This time I'd like to turn the program over to our 2022-2024 Chisholm Trail 100 Club President, Bob Alford. He's going to conduct the business tour.
Well, I think, we all need another round of applause. I got the meeting at the door, I told him, I said, between Grant, Tom Foster, I expected you to walk about that high off the ground when you came in here. He does, he did a pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for that lifetime of service that you do. I'd like to call the, 2024 annual meeting, Chisholm Trail Club to order. Thank you, sir. First off, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to serve as the president of this great organization for the past 2 years. It's been my pleasure, it's been my privilege to work with this dedicated board. Our board of directors is without a doubt one of the hardest working, most dedicated groups I've ever had the pleasure to work with. They have interest in the needs of our first responders foremost in all their hearts all the time. They give themselves. Those of you that don't know, this is a lay board. First responders can serve as advisors. All members are non-first responders. Thus, having been a first responder, I'm now able to serve on the board as one of the directors. So it's a great opportunity. It's well organized, well acted by our people. The board, if you get a chance, we're always looking for good, interested people. It's a lot of work. It's not a vacation. We require a lot. We require a lot of time, we require a lot of energy, across financial contributions to it. Believe me, it pays off. It's right here where it counts when we see how we can help the first responders. We've got a couple of families of recipients, unfortunately, with us tonight, where they've lost family members and given that they did ultimate sacrifice. I'm going to ask now our Secretary, Mr. Bruce Basin, do we have a foreign president?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate the enthusiasm. At this time, we're going to hold our formal election for the 2024 through 2026 Board of Directors. A slate of 7 directors have been reviewed and approved by the board. If we take a vote to secure these positions, the slate of directors whose term expired June 30th have each agreed to serve if elected. Please stand as I call your name. The slate is Grant Stovall, John Puryear, Larry Woolley, Mike Arenakis, Travis Bursey, Tricia White, and Tully Jansen. Do I have a motion to accept the proposed slate of directors?
So moved.
Moved by Mike Peacock. Do I have a second?
Second.
James McCrasky, thank you. There's a motion and a second to approve our slate of officers. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you to the slate of the 2024 through 2026 directors has been approved. Thank you all. Well, the past 2 years of my presidency have been a good one, but filled with some challenges, as in any organization. But it's been my honor to serve this club in the first responder community. I know the word honor is used a lot, but I'd like you to think of honor in this way. H is for helping. The O, others. Helping others. That's what first responders are all about. N is for never letting. O, obstacles overshadow truth or responsibility. helping others, never letting obstacles overshadow true responsibility. I think our speaker just spoke on that in his presentation. First responders, again, we can't ever say thank you enough for the sacrifices that you give. Spouses, thank you for the time that first responders are away. I know there was 3 o'clock phone calls in the middle of the morning. That's when all the sheriffs know, that's when the jail goes crazy. And that's when there's a lot of people on the street who start this crazy activity. It's a hard job. Thank you for what you do. We have continued to help others, never once let obstacles get in our way of responsibility to care for our first responders. I had a few simple goals when I took this role as president. If you bear with me, I think we've met most of them. Number 1 was increase awareness of our club's mission through our community and within the core of our first responders. We continue to promote the mission of our organization and civic organizations and events, as well as meeting with our first responders and their departments. Continued growth is my second one. Membership, especially with first responders. That's always discouraging for this board. We've got first responders in our service area that have never heard us. So all you first responders here, we ask that you help us get that word out. We want them to know how much they're appreciated and what we stand for, time and tragedy. We're here to stand in the gap in time and tragedy. We now have several departments who have 100 membership participation. This includes the Joshua Police Department, the Joshua Fire Department, the Alvarado Fire Department, the Cleveland Fire Department, Venus Fire Department, Crescent Fire Department, and also the Crescent City Council. Have unanimously joined this order. As I read through that policeman, I see one agency, firemen and beaters. See what we do to help on that. Number 3 was increase awareness of our club and our mission in each county and city of our service area. We want our residents to know what the CT 100 Club is and how they can get involved. In just the past few months, we have made significant headway in both Hood and Somerville counties. With boots on the ground committees being formed, and each county is currently planning events within their county lines, and we're excited for this momentum. Excited to have these new volunteers and engagement. And if you're on one of them committees from Somerville or Hood County, please raise your hand for us so we can thank you for stepping up. These are newly formed. Mr. Jackson. Our 4th goal was to continue the cost conscious in all things that we do, from expenses with fundraisers to insurance premiums. Make sure that we're good stewards of the funds that have been so generously given to the organization. As we reported at last year's meeting, the club increased our benefits to $80,000, time of loss of life to any of our first responders. It's for a line of duty, or it goes in varying amounts up for serious injury, loss of arm, leg, eye, anything like that. We were able to do that, and I'm going to give a lot of credit to Mr. Payson and Mr. Aaron Akers for taking the ball and running with that thing, getting that done. Not only did we increase our premium from $80,000, from $50,000 to $80,000, we did it at $5,000 a year less on that premium. That savings allowed the board to institute a new disbursement fund in the family of our active first responders within our service area. Anytime they pass away, regardless of that reason of passing. Since the 2023 meeting, we have provided additional funds of $15,000 in benevolence distribution to the families of fallen first responders. And that's any kind of death that occurs. And you don't have to be on duty for that. 5 was to continue to grow the endowment in these challenging financial times. As you can see from the financials listed in tonight's program, if you haven't got to look at that, the club continues to perform well financially and has continued to add to the club's endowment funds. We have been successful financially with year-end assets of $1,629,014, up from $1.3 million in 2023. A figure we are very proud of and accomplished in just 14 years of existence. And I think that speaks very well not only this board, but of you, of the supporters, of the donors that are here, to come to all of our fundraisers and all of our events. Without you, we can't do what we do. So we're very grateful to all of our sponsors that help us get through all of our fundraising events. Since 2020, the organization has been through 4 full financial reviews by an independent CPA firm. The board is pleased to announce that the 2023-2024 financial review was completed earlier in August, and that once again, we were provided a clean bill of health, indicating that the organization is in compliance with U.S. accounting practices and that no modifications were needed to our financial practices. We also had the most successful VIP party in the club's history, due to some innovative thinking by the Clay Shoot Committee members and our very generous sponsors. Thanks to everyone who was involved in this year's VIP party and our Clay Shoot. The club is poised and ready to aid our first responders and families during times of the most difficult time in their life. While we know that money can never bring back a loved one, our hope is that it provides stability and support during the most difficult circumstances of our first responders' family. As I told someone tonight, I recall when I was a first responder, it was paycheck to paycheck, it didn't always quite make it. You take a tragedy such as can befall any of the first responders at any minute, any day, what's going to happen? So that's where the CT 100 helps step in the gap. We're there as quick as we can be with a check to try to offset, to help those expenses. Those unexpected, never dreamed of expenses are going to call and rise in a time of tragedy. We do all that we do quite simply for our first responders in their unrelenting passion of others. You're not a first responder if it's not in your heart. You have got to have it in your heart, or you'll never be a first responder. It's not for the money. I've never met a first responder yet took this job because they thought it was a high paying and going a lot of war stories about not making the money. It's not one they do. Whether they're solving crimes, taking 911 call, calmly talking through the situation with those on the other end who are panicking, working horrific accidents, medical emergencies, or fighting wildfires. First responders of our service areas are here for each of us, and we're so very thankful again to all of our first responders. That's what this club is about, to try to say thank you. This day and time when we're defunding the police, citizens are saying to our first responders, we got your back. We're here for you. We've got your six. And that's what we hope to convey to all of our first responders. I'm now going to turn it back over to our committee chairs for the year in review. I'm going to ask Mike Peacock to come up and help me with that. He's our chairman of our Clay Shoot Committee.
Staying to work here. I'm happy to chair the 100 shots for the club sporting clay shoot. This past year, 2024, the clay shoot was extremely successful. Sold out at a record profit of $258,546. Which was $27,077. $27,000 more than what was raised the previous year. We hosted 94 teams, 376 shooters out at Beaumont Ranch. We'd like to thank the 73 2024 sponsors for allowing us to continue to raise these funds each year, raising the bar at this clay shoot. The VIP party, which is a party presented for the sponsors, the live auction alone netted $141,000 on 17 auction lots. The Clay Shoot Committee, thanks for the I'd like to also thank Mike and Angie Aronakis for hosting the Clay Shoot. I'm sorry, for hosting the VIP party. I'm not sure you want 400 people shooting out of this place. The Clay Shoot Committee works for 10 months to plan this event. And we're always looking at areas to improve the Clay Shoot and the VIP party, to streamline and improve and make cost-effective as possible decisions to gather the maximum return for the club and support the club's mission of standing in the gap in times of tragedy. If you would like to get involved in this committee, we are more than happy to have you. And there's always room for new ideas. The 2025 shoot, which will be held on May the 2nd, happy to report that currently it is 55% full of the teams. 55% are full and already committed. If you have not made a commitment for a sponsorship, I encourage you to do so quickly, because in years past, it will be sold out by the end of the year. And with that, that's the report for the 2024 Clay Shoot. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Mike always does a great job with that committee and all the work that goes into it. This is Misty Young. She's in charge of our
The marketing committee. Good evening, everybody. So I'm in charge of the marketing committee, and what our committee primarily, their job is to promote awareness and also to get CT 100 membership. It's very, very important because that is what supplies our efforts to be able to do what we do. This last year, we facilitated a welcome pack for all new first responders. And if you guys know of a new first responder in our servicing area, please let Kara Ellison, where is she at? Back in the back, let her know so she can make sure that they receive that care package or that welcome package. Also, we actively promote, if you've seen us at some of the, Burleson will have, or Cleburne, we'll have booths and speakers at some of those events, various events around town. Look on your tables, you'll see that there are challenge coins there. I ask each one of you to take a challenge coin tonight, put it in your pocket, put it in your purse. When you're out and about in our community and you see a first responder, introduce yourself, give them a coin, and let them know how much we appreciate them. Those are the things that matter, and that tells them thank you. Thank you for what you do. Also, on your table, there's QR codes. Those QR codes on your table, they are to become members. If you want to become a member, if you're not a member, if you're invited today and you would like to be a member, you just scan that QR code and you can become a member. For the annual membership for an individual is $100, and if you're a firefighter, first responder, police officer, anything in the first responder, it is discounted rate for $50. So please, I encourage each one of you to do that. And if you're already a member, take it home to family, friends, colleagues, tell them what we do. And that means a lot to us, guys. I'm excited to share a new fundraiser we have coming up November 9th. That's on a Saturday. It's called Honoring Our Heroes Golf Tournament. It is presented by our Hood County Committee, and that will be at the Squaw Valley Golf Course. And if you guys would like to register, you can do that at the ct100.org. But please, we'd like to see you guys out. But what I really want to say to each of you is let's spread the word. I'd like to challenge each and every one of you to at least find one person to become a member of this great organization, because together we can achieve so much more. And thank you in advance for your support for this wonderful organization and spreading the CT 100 mission. Stand in the gap of our first responders and their families in times of tragedy. Together, we can make a significant impact. Thank you, guys.
committee chairman like that, that know what they're doing, makes it a whole lot easier. And each committee, our board of directors volunteer for these committees. But we also have volunteers that not working to come up and help us work these events, so if you're not a member, help us come out anyway. This is Devin Blue, she runs our hot rods and heat.
Hi there. Like Bob said, my name is Devin Blue. I am the chairman for the Hot Rods and Heroes Motor Festival Committee. If you don't know, a lot of us, we have a second fundraiser, and we're in our 9th year, going into our 9th year. We celebrated our 9th year last October. This event has turned into a premier car show in the DFW area, and we're excited again to partner with the Cleveland Railroaders to host the 2024 event at Waldenderville. So a lot of y'all know where it is. We're right there. This venue has allowed us to have more vehicles, more vendors, more spectators to share the club's mission with the public. We had well over 1,000 people on the grounds the day of the event, helping us net a profit over $16,000. The success of this event would not be possible without our sponsors, our volunteers, exhibitors, attendees, and of course, an amazing committee. We hope to see everybody at this year's event. It's on Sunday, October 27th, 2020, from 2 to 6 p.m. It's a great event. We've got live music, raffles, just a little bit for everybody. Kids are welcome. It's a good time. If you haven't been to our Hot Rods and Heroes Motor Festival before, we encourage you to come out, bring your family, your friends. And like I said, we've got a cool vehicle, we've got live music, and just all around fun Sunday. Online registration is open for exhibitors, vendors, as well as our sponsors. For all details and links, you can register. It's at the website, ct100.org. Thank you, and we hope to see you out there supporting this great cause.
Thank you, Devin. The next committee chair is Bonnie Davis. Bonnie is a current member of our executive committee. She's also a past president of this organization.
Well, I appreciate that very much. And so I want you to do Tom. Tom is a much better speaker than I am. So, hello, I am Bonnie Davis, and I serve as the chairman for the CT100 Scholarship Committee. The Mad Hunter Venture Capital Group Inc. Scholarship was started in 2016 by board member and local businessman Mike Aronakis and his wife Angie. This scholarship is intended for the children of first responders in the Chisholm Trail 100 Clubs service area to pursue a higher education for whichever field of study they desire. The Mad Hunter Venture Capital Group Scholarship is for $1,000 a year with renewable options for up to 4 years, with the possibility of a benefit of $4,000. From the scholarship's inception in 2016, there has been 16 scholarships have been awarded and 8 have been completed with their 4-year benefit. And to round out 2023, there are currently 8 recipients on scholarship. For 2024, it is my pleasure on behalf of the Scholarship Committee to report this year we received many outstanding applications from this exceptional group. 2 were selected for this honor. The 2024 recipients of the Mad Hunter Venture Capital Group scholarships are Macy Ball, the daughter of Cleveland Fire Department Battalion Chief Travis Ball and his wife Cretia. Macy will be attending Oklahoma State University to study agribusiness. And our second recipient is Addison Willingham, the daughter of retired Cleveland Fire Department Battalion Chief Robert Willingham and his wife Tanya. Addison will be attending the University of Mary Hardin Baylor to study nursing as well as playing collegiate volleyball. Congratulations to Macy and to Addison as they embark on this next venture.
Thank you, Bonnie. Our next presenter is Tom Cowan. Tom is the chairman of the awards committee. A little sidebar about Tom Cowan. Tom Cowan served 6 months as a street officer. The rest of his career has been a chief of police somewhere. I don't have the list handy of where all he served as chief. So he's a board member, glad to have you, Tom.
Well, not every term, let's put it that way. is Tom Cowan, and I'm the chairman of the awards committee. This year, the Chisholm Trail 100 Club will be recognizing several important awards for volunteers and first responders. All first responders covered by the Chisholm Trail 100 Club are eligible to win these awards. Nominations are put forward by peers, which are then reviewed by an awards committee. Awards are not intended to be given every year and may not be awarded even if nominations have been made. We can't give awards to everyone, but we applaud everyone that's been nominated. Before we get into the annual awards, we want to recognize an individual for his years of service to the Chisholm Trail 100 Club. Mr. Tim Sinclair. Tim joined the board of directors as a prospective director in 2014, and then served as a director of the club from 2015 to 2024. I just want to say thank you for your years of service to this organization. Tim, are you here? I haven't even seen you, so.
Stand up, Tim.
Stand up, Tim. There you go. Oh, Tim, come on up. Tim, please make your way forward. Tim's not a small guy, so I don't know how I missed him, but I did.
Business shirt.
Yep, that's it. That's it. I thought you were flying. I saw it to salute you. For your years of service and support to the Chisholm Trail 100 Club and our first responders, Tim Sinclair, Chisholm Trail 100 Club 2024. Tim. We also want to recognize the Crescent Volunteer Fire Department for being the winners of the second annual Chisholm Trail 100 Club's VIP Party Challenge Cup. We put out a call this year to our departments to see if they could help solicit items for our VIP parties raffle. Well, in true first responder fashion, they went above the call of duty and donated some amazing items. First responder raffle and silent auction items generated over $7,500 in funds for the VIP party. The Crescent VFD's item brought in the most revenue for the night, and they got to keep this beautiful trophy cup for the second year in a row. So please, would someone step forward and accept this trophy? Ron, two fingers.
Quit pointing them off, Ron, bring them all over here, come on.
Come on, Ron.
Come on, Ron.
Did I say that loud enough, Ron, to get you to come out? VIP Challenge Traveling Cup. This recognizes the first responder department, which provided the donation that raised the most revenue at the annual 100 Shots for the 100 Club VIP party. So, second year. Keep that trophy in their facility until the conclusion of the 2024 VIP party. Congratulations to Crescent VFD. If you'd like this beautiful cup in your department next year, talk to Mike Aronakis about how your department can win it. So get busy. In 2020, the club implemented the Lifesaver Award to recognize individuals who unquestionably saved the life of another person by taking direct, immediate, and positive action to preserve the life of another person who was in real and imminent danger of dying. Typically, these awards are presented at a departmental or city council or county meeting. But tonight, we have the pleasure of recognizing a recent life save performed by multiple agencies within our service area. On May 5th of this year, at approximately 0200, Redmond Fire Department was dispatched by Johnson County Emergency Services District Dispatch to a swift water call. Responding to 6600 Shadow Valley Court. It was reported they had people in the water and they were being swept away. While Rendon Engine 26 was responding, they requested Johnson County Emergency Services District Dispatch to contact Alvarado Fire Department, Station 82, and Mansfield Fire Department for personnel and boats. Unfortunately, Station 82 and Mansfield Fire Department were on other calls. When Rendon Engine 26 arrived on the scene, they found 2 adults visible in the water and a third victim that was already swept downstream. Rendon deployed their two ship Swiftwater techs, and they made entry into the water. Rendon worked on rescuing the first victim, and as soon as Alvarado Fire arrived, they deployed to rescue the second victim. Once Rendon reached the first victim, they were able to don a PFD, it's a personal flotation device. All you guys know that, but for a lot of folks, they don't. As soon as they did, one Rendon rescuer and the first victim were swept downstream. Fortunately, the rescuer was able to hold on to the victim and guide them to less turbulent waters, where they were able to get back on their feet. The Rendon rescuer was able to assist victim 1 out of the water. Rendon rescuers then made their way to Alvarado's boat and deployed it. The Rendon rescuers made their way to the Alvarado rescuers, where they were holding the second victim. But the water was rushing so fast and rising so fast, they could not extract that victim. Rendon was able to rescue the second victim and the Alvarado crew with the Alvarado boat. Once the second victim was out of the water, both Rendon and Alvarado continued to search for the third victim, but were unable to locate. By this time, Texas Task Force 1 was on scene, and then, along with Rendon and Alvarado, continued the search. Third victim was finally located. The quick actions of all these rescuers made it possible to save 2 lives that night. The dispatchers staying calm under pressure and continuing to provide Rendon and Alvarado with additional rescuers and monitoring multiple calls working at the same time. Tonight, we recognize the individuals from Rendon Volunteer Fire Department, Alvarado Fire Department, and the Johnson County Emergency Services District dispatchers for their heroic efforts on that night, who with very limited resources made it possible to save 2 lives. Please come to the stage as for your life stage certificates, lapel pins, and a clock for your department. The clock signifies the time you provided to that individual and their family during this event. The most precious gift a person can receive is the gift of time with which to live their life. So as I call your name, would you please come up? Rendon Volunteer Fire Department, Captain Paul Rupp. Captain Warren Bennett. Firefighter Paramedic Tanner Headstream. Firefighter EMT Derek Fading.
squished together like you like each other.
Three. Don't move. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Since Sheriff Alford and Mike Ernock is already here on stage, we'll have a couple of the presentation of the next award. Mike?
Well, this next award is for the Above and Beyond Award, and it's an award for individuals who have stepped up and taken giant steps to serve the Chisholm Trail 100 Club. This year's recipient is David Smith from Alpine Range. Is he here tonight? David? Well, David, let me say a little bit about David. David continues to help us during our clay shoots. He's been instrumental in helping source unique guns for the past several years for the live auctions associated with the clay shoot. David and his team also set the courses at Beaumont Ranch for the annual shoot, but David goes above and beyond just setting the 48 stations or 4 courses. For the entire 4 days leading up to the shoot, you can find David at Beaumont mowing courses, putting out fire ant bait, also this year rerouting a half to one entire course because of the flooding just 2 days prior. On the shoot day, he was one to first arrive and the last to leave, ensuring that all stations are working correctly and that everyone enjoys the day. David also generously donates targets and equipment for the VIP shooting games, allowing the club to reduce expenses. Tonight, we recognize and thank David Smith, you for the partnership in our mission. Thank you, and we present the Above and Beyond Award to David Smith.
Dr. John Knox, are you in the audience? Come up, please. Chisholm Trail 100 Club also gives Lifetime Achievement Awards. And these are given for 20 years or more of service in our Chisholm Trail coverage area. Tonight, we want to honor and recognize Dr. John Knox as the 2024 Lifetime Achievement recipient. John Knox and his family moved to Granbury in 2004 to serve as a local pastor and police chaplain. Dr. John Knox began first serving first responders in Granbury with his appointment as chaplain of the Granbury Police Department in 2006, and later assisting in supporting other agencies across Hood County, including DPS, Hood County Sheriff's Office, Texas EMS, and 9 volunteer fire departments. Whether it was a routine ride-out, counseling, serving death notices, providing CIS support, going out in beer, Santa at Christmas time, praying. One of the most important things we do for anybody, praying over the staff during the all this COVID crisis we had to all go through. He also helped serve every Tuesday in Hood County. They served the first responders lunch. John Knox served the people, first responders of Hood County for 20 years. In Granbury had an EF4 tornado hit May 15th of 2013. John was quick to act to support the victims of the storm and responders who were on the scene for days on end. Then, on June 28th, 2013, when Hood County Sheriff Deputy Lance McClendon was killed in the line of duty, and Granbury Police Department Officer Chad Davis was shot in the line of duty. Again, John was there day and night supporting everyone involved, as he still does. 11 years later, Granbury Police Department said, as a non-paid member of the Granbury Police Department, John was often called to crime and accident scenes to respect victims, families, members, and law enforcement in some of the worst moments of their lives, offering comfort, support when they need it the most. He knows every one of our officers and their spouses. He can tell you how many kids they have. He cares about them deeply as people who are more than just badges. They're people, they're individuals, they got lives, they got families. Pastor John Knox recognizes that. When they encounter horrible scenes and situations, John's been there to help process them through the difficult emotions and heavy weights that come along with first responders. Granbury Police Chief Mitch Galvan said, "One of the first decisions I made after being appointed chief was appointing John as our chaplain. And to this day, it sits on the top of the list as one of the best decisions I've ever made. John's professionalism, quick humor, exceptional talent in dealing with people made him a perfect fit for our department. Support he's given to our officers as well as myself has been invaluable. He also supported our regional SWAT team and as a chaplain and as a hostage negotiator. So you can't really talk about the serving and supporting law enforcement, first responders in in Granbury and Hood County without mentioning John Knox, because he sets apart. Numerous commendations and testimonies were given on behalf of Dr. Knox for this award. From the Hood County DPS, Crescent Volunteer Fire Department, Granbury HS, and many more letters came into us to recognize all that Dr. Knox has done for that community. Sonia Berg of Texas EMS said she heard John say the quote in the past, "Today I am thankful for people who quietly make a difference without drawing any attention to themselves whatsoever." However, we believe Dr. John Knox is well deserving of the attention and recognition of being a 2024 Chisholm Trail 100 Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. Congratulations, Dr. Knox. Thank you for your incredible service. We have one more that we'd like to honor tonight, and I would ask Val Vista Police Fire Chief Gail Hutchinson to come forward. Tonight, we're honoring Chief Hutchinson also for 2024 Lifetime Achievement recipient. Gail Hutchinson has been with the Val Vista Volunteer Fire Department for over 50 years. He's not only been with them for that over 50 years, he is still serving and is still the chief. That's all. Prior to joining the fire department, he served in the U.S. Army. He was drafted in 1968 and deployed to Vietnam, where he served with the 101st Airborne Division. As a soldier, he was awarded several medals to include the Bronze Star with a V device for valor, the Purple Heart, and an Air Medal. He joined the Val Vista Department in 1973. During his tenure, he has participated in the advancement of the fire service, provided for the citizens of Val Vista and the surrounding areas through the purchase of upgraded equipment to improvements in training. On more than one occasion, he and other members have actually built some of the equipment that they use still today, including fire trucks. In the early 1980s, he trained and became a certified as an emergency care attendant to help provide emergency medical services to the community. He also continued to train in firefighting and rescue techniques. He worked diligently with other members of the department, put on fundraising events such as street dances, carnivals, bringing the community together for family entertainment while providing necessary funds to procure much needed equipment. I attended several of those when I was running for sheriff. It was good advertising to be out there and meet Gail Hutchinson. Thank you for that. Not only the service department, bringing that community together. You got them out of the houses, they got to know each other. That was a great idea, great movement. At various times over his 50 years of service, he's been elected to and held the office of assistant chief, and currently serves as the chief. As you're aware, volunteer fire departments make up the majority of the fire service, not just here in Texas, but throughout the United States. The men and women in the service make many sacrifices to provide this special service to their communities. Gail too has made sacrifices. Where I believe the difference lies is that he has served the community for over 50 years again and still serving. This is an enormous feat of Gil. He's endured these years because he has a servant's heart. Many provided testimonials on behalf of Chief Hutchinson, not just the fire, but elsewhere in that community. And oftentimes arriving home from a late day at work, the alert would come in as a fire, car crash, medical emergency. Chief would get up, delay his rest, get back to work, assisting people that were going through horrible situations at the time. Gail is a humble man, I know that for a fact. He's often been heard say, "We're just doing our job," when complimented or being questioned about the incident by the media. In this day and age, it's rare to find anything or anyone that is dedicated to a profession for 50 years. But the chief has exceeded that 50 years and continuing to serve. What a role model. Congratulations, Chief Hutchinson.
All right, congratulations to all of our award winners tonight. And at this time, I'd like to ask the Chisholm Trail 100 Club Board of Directors to all stand. The Chisholm Trail 100 Club Board of Directors is clearly the strength of this organization. A lot is asked of our directors, and we want to take a moment to recognize their efforts. Let's give them all a round of applause. We appreciate your leadership. We wouldn't be the organization that we are today without the blood, sweat, and tears of each other. Thank you.
As you know, it'll take me a minute to get myself here because this means a lot to me. Mike Aronakis has served as the vice president for me. Between Carrie Ellis and Mike Aronakis, I wouldn't have made it 2 years. And this wonderful board that we've had. These two have gone above and beyond to help make that transition, make that 2 years go well. From its early days of serving as a director, I remember the executive committee, chairman of the disbursement committee, VIP party, initiating the Mad Hunter Venture Scholarships. He served as the vice president-elect for the past 2 years, and I know that this organization is in very capable hands as I step down. Mr. President, it's an honor to hand you this gavel and the control of this.
I thought I had more pages, but it fell out, I guess. But no, we'll start with this one. Good evening. Thank you, Bob, for the countless hours of work you have put into this organization over the last 14 years. We are grateful for your leadership in navigating this organization through some trying times. Thank you. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to present you with a commemorative Henry Big Boy to add to your collection.
Yeah, I just want to say if I happen to have any family members in the audience tonight, stay with me.
Well, thank you again, Bob, for all your countless service and continued support of the CT 100. So, I would like to say that Jerry Stringer helped out with this award, and he did a fabulous job. Thank you, Mike Peacock, for organizing that, and Jerry really put a lot of work into it. Thank you again. Well, my first career was in law enforcement, that's when I initially joined the Chisholm Trail 100 Club 14 years ago as a board member, and the last 2 years have been serving as vice president for Bob. Over the past several years, we've held the annual VIP party at my home in Burleson, which is combined with the annual Clay Shoot Tournament. This is the largest fundraising event of our club, averaging over $250,000 in donations. Back in 2016, my wife Angie and I created the Mad Hunter Venture Capital Group Scholarship Opportunity for first responders, graduating seniors, headed to college or trade schools. To date, we've given out 19 students $4,000 scholarships. Thank you for that. In January of 23, the club improved our accidental death and dismemberment insurance policy from $50,000 to $80,000. We currently cover 1,985 first responders in our coverage area in Johnson, Hood, and Somerville counties, as well as the city of Mansfield. It was a big accomplishment to get this changed from $50,000 to $80,000. We are constantly looking for ways to increase awareness and improve our outreach of the CT's 100 mission in our coverage area. Sponsorship involvement is our main driver in keeping the perpetuity of this club. I am honored to step in the role of president and your next board president. I will continue to be diligent in all aspects of the Chisholm Trail 100 and continue to grow this organization and mission. To our first responders, we've got your six. Thank you again.
All right, in just 14 short years, this organization has grown from a small, informal meeting of businessmen and women wanting to show support to our first responders to a thriving and growing 501c3 organization that is fiscally strong and responsible. We are a 100 club that is looked to by other 100 clubs in the state and as a model, and are frequently asked to consult with other clubs and even to expand our service area. We aren't done growing by any means, and as Misty mentioned earlier, we would like to encourage each of you to recruit at least one new member this year. We thank you for being with us this evening, and especially for your ongoing participation and passion. Your partnership in our mission to stand in the gap for our first responders and their families in times of tragedy. Without all of you, none of this would be possible. Before we close this evening, we have some door prizes to give away. Thank you for being here tonight. After the closing prayer, if you'll please check under your chair. There may be a paper ticket there, and if you have one, you can take it out to the check-in table on your way to claim your door prize. In just a moment, we're going to ask everyone to stand as we say the prayer, but I want to make an announcement for all the award winners. As soon as we're through, if you will make your way up here, they want to get a picture suitable for framing, okay? So all the award winners. So we'll ask if everyone will please stand as we close the evening with a prayer for our first responders, and afterwards we'll be adjourned. I thank God for giving you a strength that exceeds any measure. I thank God for giving you a courage that allows you to run towards danger so others can be safe. I thank God for showing us all, through you, what it means to put others first. I thank God for showing us your bright light in the darkest of times, and I pray that today and every day you feel that love and support of those whose lives you have saved and changed, of the community you protect, and of God who gives us all strength. Amen.
Amen.